It's the 47 a.m., and my brain just whispered the worst sentence possible. Hey, remember all the people you should probably apologize to? And I was like, no, brain, not tonight. But it didn't care. I swear, I could fall asleep on a tree branch during a thunderstorm. But the thought of unfinished emotional business, instant insomnia. So fine, let's talk about it. The 5 people I owe an apology to, but will never, ever text. First on the list, the barista from 2019. I didn't mean to glare at her like that. I was just trying to focus on whether I wanted almond milk or oat milk. But apparently my thinking face looks like furious Sloth judging your life choices. She smiled nervously and gave me my latte with oat milk. I nodded like I was approving her for a promotion. I never told her I'm just bad at facial expressions. So to that poor barista, I'm sorry, you didn't deserve that silent tension. I hope your shift ended with someone who orders normal coffee like a functional human. Next, there's the pigeon. Yeah, the one in Central Park. It's not that I hate pigeons. It's just that I threw a piece of my bagel. And it turned into a full-blown street brawl among 20 of them. I caused chaos, feathers flying, wings smacking. One pigeon stared at me with pure betrayal, like I had violated some ancient bird code. I wanted to tell him I didn't mean for this to happen. Feathered citizen. But he wouldn't have listened. Too much pride. Left him behind. And sometimes I still think about that look. Third, my neighbor, Mrs. Klein, sweet woman, always waters her plants too loudly at midnight, like she's trying to hydrate a rainforest. One night, I yelled out my window, "Could you water them tomorrow? Maybe." But she didn't hear me. Instead, she thought the wind was whispering encouragement. The next day, she doubled her watering routine. Now the hallway smells like wet basil 24/7. I'd apologize, but that would require human interaction, and we both know I'm not ready for that level of social courage. Then there's my old math teacher, Mr. Halpern. I owe that man an apology because I pretended to lose my homework for 3 straight weeks when really, I just used it to test how flammable paper was. It's very flammable, by the way. He believed in me. He thought I had potential. I did too. Just not in math. Sorry, Mr. H, you deserve better. Number 5 is my reflection. Yeah, I know that sounds weird, but hear me out. Every night, I look in the mirror and make faces while brushing my teeth. And sometimes, I judge myself too harshly, like, why are my eyes shaped like the question marks wondering why I exist? I'd like to tell my reflection, hey, I know we've been through a lot, but you're doing great, buddy. But that would make me the kind of person who talks to mirrors, and I'm already weird enough. Still, sorry, reflection. You didn't deserve that side eye. Actually, can I add a 6th? The taxi driver who asked me how my day was, and I said, "Banana, I was tired." Okay? It was the only word my brain could find in the dark, sticky corners of my mind. He didn't say anything after that. Just turned up the radio. I'll never forget his face. The quiet acceptance that he had just given a ride to an actual malfunctioning animal. I want to text him. I'm not unwell, just slow. But it's been years. Too late now. 7th, the guy I ghosted on a group project in college. He did all the work, and I contributed. A motivational emoji in the chat. He texted, "Hey, could you add your section?" I left him on read for eternity. If you're out there, Chad with the color-coded slides, I owe you a PowerPoint and an apology. You deserve someone who could carry their weight. Unfortunately, I was busy trying to calculate how long a sloth could nap before becoming a fossil. Number 8. Is the kid at the zoo who waved at me through the glass? I wasn't ignoring him. I was just frozen in deep thought. thinking about how weird it must be to live in a world where humans visit you like you're a screensaver. He kept waving, though. His mom said, "Look, he's smiling." I wasn't. That's just how my face looks when I'm questioning existence. Kid, I'm sorry for being a disappointing exhibit. I was going through a spiritual molting phase. Ninth, the delivery guy who brought my groceries last week. He said, "Have a good night," and I panicked and said, "You too, love you." Then I shut the door. No recovery possible. I could text the company and ask them to apologize on my behalf. But how do you even explain that? "Hi, I accidentally declared love to your employee over 2 bags of spinach. No's the only thing I can do now is move to another borough and hope he forgets me." And finally, number 10, myself. Because for every apology I owe someone else, I probably owe myself 10 times as many. For overthinking, for replaying old memories like bad reruns, for turning tiny mistakes into full-length emotional documentaries at 3 a.m. Maybe it's okay that I never send those texts. Maybe some apologies are meant to live quietly in your mind, little reminders that you're human, or at least something close. So, yeah, I forgive me, and now maybe I can sleep.